Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David, and this is a Magic Review. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here. Today, we're gonna look at a new card stack. That's right, you know there's a lot of card stacks out there, right? And if you don't know, a card stack is basically an order. So you're gonna stick all 52 cards in an order that you know, and to the public, it'll look like a random order, but you'll know the secret. And sometimes these deck stacks can help us do magic tricks. And so Brandon Ruiz has his own available now called the BTM Stack, and you can find it for 10 bucks. So let's talk a little bit about what this is. It is a 34-page digital manual. It teaches the full stack system, its logic, its order, its advantages, its applications, and how you would use it in performance. So you're gonna get a complete explanation of the BTM stack, its structure, the full stack order, both forward and reverse. And what's nice is he actually gives you a clear history of stacks. So it gives you some context as to why we created this, why we need this. There's notes, there's tips, there's guidance for actually performing with the stack too. So you're gonna learn how to incorporate this into mentalism, card magic, and of course, deck control. There's no extra gimmicks and there's no extra purchases required. So, is it what I thought? Well, yeah, it's a deck stack. But actually it's a little bit more deep than that I originally thought, because at $10, I just thought, well, it's another stack, you know? But what you get is a fully thought out system that fits right into your family tree of classic stacks, but it still feels new, it still feels purposeful. This is not a Cy Stebbins clone, this is not a mnemonic clone. This is its own thing. It's kind of a hybrid stack. It kind of gives you the freedom of a memorized deck, but it also gives you a safety net of a cyclical system. So it's a deck that looks, I think, more natural than other cycles. And for $10, you get a lot of value for this. So the PDF, $10, right? Clear, structured, surprisingly comprehensive, I think, for the price. And also reading through it, you could really tell that Brandon studied every other stack out there before he ventured out and decided to make his own. It's not a fancy graphic design PDF, but I think content-wise, he put a lot in there. It reads more like a magician who's trying to teach another magician, not like some marketing copy. So the historical overview was really nice, and the system is laid out, I think, very clearly. So let me tell you as much as I can. You're gonna learn the full BTM stack system, and this is really the heart of the product, right? And instead of teaching you tricks, he teaches you methodology. So that way you can use it how best you would. So card divinations, any card at any number, thought of card and then a reveal. Mark deck, how would you use this with a mark deck? Mentalism routines, location control. You know, I think other deck stacks out there, they excel at a few things, whereas this one feels more like a multi-purpose tool. You learn how to compare this against other stacks, and I think the PDF explains it through looking at Cy Stebbins, Aronson, Mnemonica, the 8 King stack, Nicola, the Redford stack, the particle system, and then he shows where BTM fits in that deck stack lineage. So that means you aren't just memorizing an order, you understand why the system exists and then why you would use it. So you're gonna learn how to perform it confidently using the structure. You're gonna learn how to use the stack to always know your orientation, always know where you are in the deck, and how to recover. You know, if something gets mixed up, that's always important. And he's gonna leverage psychological advantages as like if the ace of spades is at the top and the queen of hearts is at the bottom. You're going to work in both the classic and marked deck modes. You learn how to get into a stack very quickly. And the PDF teaches you a practical method to go from new deck order to BTM, okay? Now, you want to know though, does it teach tricks? Like I said, it teaches applications, not necessarily full routines. So this is a toolbox. It is not a, here's a trick, here's a trick, here's a trick tutorial. If you already perform stack magic, then I think you'll instantly see the value in this. If you're new to stack magic, this is one of the easiest entry points to the world of stack decks I can think of. Just uses a single deck, no extra gimmicks. What else do I cover? Angles, yeah. It's perfect, right? Because again, it's just a deck of cards. Inspectable, perfect, because it's just a deck of cards. And I think as far as angles and inspectability goes, it's not an obvious stack, so you're not going to see it. It's going to look like a shuffled deck. There's no long arithmetic ladders. There's no suspicious repeating patterns like Cy Stebbins. And I don't feel like this was very sleight heavy at all. The real work here is in learning the order, understanding the structure, and then performing this confidently without hesitating. I think it's great for workers who want structure without depending on just brute force memorization like mnemonica. So you'll be able to also, like I said, enter into the stack from a new deck, which I think is a really good teaching as well. You know, it's not one of those things where you have to lay all the cards out and then, you know, match this and match this, or add this and add this. So $10, it's a new type of stack, easier than mem deck, stronger than a simple cycle. It's a great safety net for memory failure. Works amazingly with marked cards. I think it's great for mentalists. And I think it's great for people who like cyclical stacks too. Very clear instructions. I think you get a lot for your $10, okay? Negatives, like I said, there's no tricks, right? It's just a system. The red-black alternation probably would bother people that were a little bit more on the purist side, I think. There's a learning curve, but I think it's still easier than Aaron Center and mnemonica. There's no fancy built-in poker deals or spelling sequences like other mnemonics have. But is it worth your money? Like I said, it's $10. It's $10, what do you got to lose, right? If you like stack decks, if that's your thing, if you like to collect stack decks, or you like thinking about them and looking at the different ones out there, $10 is a pretty easy investment to make to see if you might like this. Let me know if you'd heard of this before or picked it up before. But yeah, surprisingly what I was saying before, this is a great stack for mentalists, which I don't think I say very often. You know, usually you think of stack decks being for card magicians, but great for mentalists and great for people who like having a little bit of a safety net. I think that helps too. So big, huge thanks to Brandon for allowing me to have this so I could do the review for you. And if you want to pick it up for yourself, that's where you want to go. Thanks guys, I'll see you next time, bye. Hey, would you like to learn a magic trick? You would? Did you know I have a second channel? That's right, I have a second channel where I teach beginning level magic tricks. Magic Channel Card Tricks is a place that you can go to learn tricks with ordinary items you can find around the house. Paper clips, rubber bands, pens, and of course, decks of cards. I teach beginning level card tricks, simple card tricks, simple card forces that anybody could learn. I also review magic kits. So if you go buy a magic kit from the store, your local Walmart or Target, or you get a magic kit for Christmas, I'll go over exactly what's inside. And I'll even teach you how to perform with some of those tricks that you get inside those kits. Plus, I'm even gonna give you video instruction to very simple, very inexpensive tricks that you can pick up at your favorite magic store. Sometimes you get those tricks and the instructions are just on a tiny little piece of typewritten paper and you have no idea how to do that trick. Don't throw that trick away. Don't put it in a box. Come back to Magic Channel Card Tricks and I will teach you how to use that trick as well. Or maybe you're not a beginner. Maybe you're not a beginner, but maybe you have a niece or a nephew or a little brother or sister that you could share this channel with them. This is a great, safe place, kid-friendly, where they can learn beginning level magic. Make sure you head on over to Magic Channel Card Tricks, give my videos a like, subscribe to that channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for being a part of Magic Orthodoxy.